Did you know that critical thinkers are like hotcakes in the job market? It's true. People who get the why behind things often end up being the ones in charge. On the other hand, folks who only grasp the how might always have a job, but they're less likely to rise to the top. Intelligent people are great at finding solutions to problems, coming up with innovative strategies to grow a business, and envisioning a brighter future. As Adolf Hitler once said, "What luck for rulers that men do not think," which means that good thinkers are not easily taken advantage of by those who would deceive or exploit them. People who have a sound reasoning ability can become their own masters, even if they live under a tyrant. Creative thinking is the key to success. Studies have shown that successful people think differently from those who are unsuccessful. The good news is that anyone can adopt the thinking style of successful people. As the saying goes, you can change your life by changing your mind. There are various methods of thinking, such as creative thinking, realistic thinking, and reflective thinking, among others. In today's video, I'll introduce you to one of the most scientifically proven ways of thinking that can help you achieve success. So stay tuned. But before we begin, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Believe it or not, positive thinking can have a huge impact on your life. By changing your thinking, you can open up a world of opportunities and unlock your full potential. Positive thinking can help you solve problems, generate more revenue for your business, and take you to new heights, both personally and professionally. In fact, the value of positive thinking cannot be overstated. It's that important. But here's the catch. If you want to be successful in whatever you do, whether it's your career or your relationships, you must start thinking unselfishly. It's time to shift your focus from me to we, and think about how your actions and decisions can benefit others. Trust me, it's a game changer. To prove this, have a look at these 5 benefits of positive thinking. Number 1. It results in personal fulfillment. Helping others is one of life's greatest personal satisfactions. According to American businessman Charles H. Burr, getters generally don't get happiness, givers get it. I wholeheartedly agree with Burr's sentiment, and nothing beats the feeling of helping someone in need. When you spend your day selfishly serving others, you can rest easy knowing that you've made a difference. As psychotherapist Alan Loy McGuinness writes in his book Bringing Out the Best in People, there is no more noble occupation in the world than to assist another human being, to help someone succeed. It's never too late to make a change, even if you've spent your entire life pursuing selfish gain. Just look at Charles Dickens' Scrooge, who managed to transform his life and make a positive impact on others. Another example is Alfred Nobel. When he saw his own obituary in the newspaper, his brother had died and the editor had written about the wrong person, he was horrified. Nobel knew that the explosives his company had produced had killed many people. So he wanted to make amends and vowed to promote peace and share knowledge with humanity. And that's how the celebrated Nobel Prizes was established. The second reason you should adopt unselfish thinking if you want to succeed is because it adds value to others. Let me take you back in time to the year 1904, when American writer Bessie Stanley defined success in a way that still resonates with us today. She said, "He has achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has enjoyed the trust of pure women, the respect of intelligent men, and the love of little children, who has filled his niche and accomplished his task, who has left the world better than he found it, whether by an improved poppy, a perfect poem, or a rescued soul, who has never lacked appreciation of earth's beauty or failed to express it, who has always looked for the best in others and given them the best he had, whose life was an inspiration, whose memory a benediction." Isn't that beautiful? It's not just about wealth, power, or fame, it's about how you live your life, how you treat others, and the impact you leave on the world. The third benefit is that it improves one's quality of life. There's something truly special about the act of giving without expecting anything in return. When we practice selflessness, it unlocks a spirit of generosity within us that brings an even deeper appreciation for life and its many wonders. Helping those in need is one of the greatest sources of joy we can experience. It's a win-win situation. where both the giver and the receiver benefit from the act of kindness. It's been said that people who lead fulfilling lives are also more productive. And this rings true when we take the time to give of ourselves to others. Living a life, giving to others, may sound counterintuitive, but it's the key to finding balance and purpose. By putting others first, we begin to see the world in a different light, and we find a greater sense of fulfillment in our own lives. So, if you want to make a positive impact on the world, start by lending a hand to those in need. The second last benefit is, it makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. Have you heard of Merck & Company? It's a global pharmaceutical corporation that believes in doing more than just producing products and making profits. They want to help humanity. Back in the mid-1980s, the company developed a drug to treat river blindness, a disease that infects and blinds millions of people, primarily in developing countries. The product was excellent, but unfortunately, potential customers couldn't afford it. So what did Merck do? They made an incredible decision to provide the drug free of charge to anyone in need. Can you imagine? As of 1998, the company had given away over 250 million tablets. The then company president, George W. Merck, summed it up perfectly. We try to remember that medicine is for the patient. We try never to forget that medicine is for the people. It is not for the profits. The profits follow, and if we have remembered that, they have never failed to appear. This incredible gesture from Merck & Company teaches us a valuable lesson. Instead of striving for personal greatness, strive to be part of something greater than yourself. When you do good for others, the rewards will come naturally. The last but not least benefit is, it leaves a legacy. True North Communications President and Chief Operating Officer Jack Belusek believes that we should learn, earn, and return. These are the 3 stages of life, according to Belusek. The first third should be devoted to education, the second third to building a career and making a living, and the last third to giving back to others. Each state appears to be a preparation for the next, he claims. If you are successful, you may be able to leave an inheritance. When you think of others before yourself, you can leave a legacy that will outlive you. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about satisfaction. You know, the warm and fuzzy feeling you get from doing something good. John Maxwell, a well-known American author, says that most people understand the value of unselfish thinking and would love to develop that skill, but they're often not sure how to change their thought patterns. So here's what Maxwell recommends you should do to change your thinking. Firstly, consider others first. Believe it or not, becoming less selfish starts with a simple realization. It's not all about you. You've got to be humble and shift your focus to others. Ken Blanchard and Norman Vincent Peale put it brilliantly in their book, The Power of Ethical Management. People with humility don't think less of themselves, they just think less of themselves. If you're ready to be more selfless, here's the game plan. Ditch the focus on your wants and pay attention to others' needs. Like Paul the Apostle said, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves." Each of you should consider not only your own interests, but also the interests of others. So, make a mental and emotional commitment to put others first, and watch the magic happen. The second thing you should do is put yourself in situations where people are in need. You see, it's easy to say you're ready to give selflessly, but actions speak louder than words. To make the switch, you've got to keep an eye out for people's needs and be there for them. Don't worry if your acts of kindness seem small. You can still make a difference by serving at your church, donating to a food bank, volunteering your skills, or supporting a charity. The idea is to learn the art of giving and make a habit of always thinking about how you can give back. So, let's get out there and spread some love. The third thing you should do is make a silent or anonymous donation. Alright, so you're getting good at giving, but are you ready for the next level? It's all about giving without expecting anything in return. Let me tell you, it's way easier to give when you know you'll get some praise, but the real magic happens when you give anonymously. When you give just for the attention, that's pretty much the only reward you get. But when you give in secret, That's when you score those spiritual, mental, and emotional brownie points. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a go and experience the joy of truly selfless giving. The second last thing you should do is intentionally invest in people. Being truly selfless is giving to others for their own personal growth or well-being. If you're a spouse or parent, you'll totally get this. Ask yourself, what's more important to your loved ones? Money in the bank or quality time with you? If you picked the latter, you're correct. People who care about you want your presence more than your presents. So, to become a true people investor, think about their journeys and collaborate with them. Remember, every relationship should be a win-win partnership. Here's a quick rundown of relationship dynamics. I win, you lose. We both win just once. But if we both win, we win often. And if we both lose, that's when collaboration kicks in. The best relationships are win-win. So why don't more people think that way? It's simple. Most folks want to win first, but unselfish thinkers enter relationships aiming to lift the other person up. And trust me, that makes a world of difference. The final step is constantly examine your motives. According to French author François de la Rochefoucauld, what appears to be generosity is frequently nothing more than disguised ambition, which overlooks a minor interest in order to secure a major one. Most people find it difficult to overcome their natural tendency to prioritize themselves. That is why it is critical to constantly examine your motives to ensure you are not reverting to your selfish ways. If you want to keep your motives in check and start thinking more empathetically, then take a page out of American statesman Benjamin Franklin's book. He had a daily ritual of asking himself 2 questions. Every morning, he'd wonder, what good am I going to do today? And at night, before going to bed, he'd reflect, what good have I done today? Give it a try. By answering these questions with selflessness and integrity, you'll stay on track to becoming a more empathetic thinker. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, kindly give it a thumbs up and feel free to share this video with your friends. You may just change their life. With that being said, have a great day and see you in the next one.